Good day, everybody. Morning vibe, everybody around the world. Welcome to our course, Statistic course. Today we are going to talk about three-way ANOVA, or the other name we can call it three-way analysis of variance, Analysis of variance is used to compare the mean between three or more groups. Three-way analysis of variance has a variable of 3. Two-way analysis of variance, the vector variable is 2. And then one-way analysis of variance, the vector variable is 1. Okay, so I would like to give you the example of the research here. A study program wanted to differentiate the teaching practice abilities of prospective teacher students by taking 90 samples of prospective teacher students based on three factors, namely the micro-teaching models, applied in the micro-teaching class, and the second, the educational background of the parents, and the third is the student activity unit. Okay, the micro-teaching model factor is divided into 3 levels. Those are Stanford Micro-Teaching Model, or it is abbreviated SMM, and the second is Micro-Teaching Lesson Study, or it is abbreviated as MLS, and Tadaluring Micro-Teaching Learning Model, abbreviated TMLM. Okay, the next we talk about the next factor, the second factor of three-way ANOVA, that is the educational background of parents. The educational background of parents is divided into 3 levels. Those 3 levels are junior high school, senior high school, and college. Okay, and the third factor of three-way ANOVA, okay, it is student activity unit, that are participated by prospective teacher students, okay, and the student activity units are divided into 3 levels. The first level is public speaking club, the second level is non-public speaking club, and the third level not participating in any student activity units. Okay. The next we go to the hypothesis, We have 4 hypotheses. The first hypothesis, HO is equal to mu A1, that is equal to mu A2, and that is equal to mu A3. So it means if HO is accepted, so there is no difference in the teaching practice ability of prospective teacher students based on the micro-teaching models applied in micro-teaching class. Okay. And then if HA is accepted or HO is rejected, so it can be interpreted that there is at least one that is not equal. So it means that there are differences in the teaching practice abilities of prospective teacher students based on the micro-teaching models applied in micro-teaching class. Let's go to hypothesis 2, Here, HO is mu A1 is equal to mu A2 is equal to mu A3. Oh, sorry, Here, HO is accepted, so it means that mu B1 is equal to mu B2 is equal to mu B3. So it can be interpreted that there is no difference in the teaching practice ability of prospective teacher students based on the educational background of prospective teacher students parents in micro teaching class. And then how about if HA accepted or HO is rejected? So it can be interpreted that there is at least one that is not equal. So we can say that there are differences in the teaching practice abilities of prospective teacher students based on the educational background of prospective teacher students parents in micro teaching class. Okay. The next we go to hypothesis number 3. HO is equal to mu C1 is equal to mu C2 is equal to mu C3. So it means if HO is accepted, there is no difference in the teaching practice ability of prospective teacher students based on the student activities unit, which is attended by student teacher candidates or prospective teachers in micro teaching class. And then how about if HA is accepted or HO is rejected? So we can interpret that there is at least one that is not equal. Or in the other way, we can say that there are differences in teaching practice abilities of prospective teacher students or student activity units, which is followed by student teacher candidates in micro teaching class. Okay. The next we go to hypothesis number 4. Yeah. HO is ABC is equal to 0 ya. So it means that HO is accepted. It can be interpreted that there is no interaction between independent variables in influencing the teaching practice ability of prospective teacher students in micro teaching class. And then how about if HA is accepted or it means that HO is rejected? There is one of HO ya. So it means that AB is not equal to 0 ya. So it can be interpreted that there is an interaction between the independent variables in influencing the teaching practice ability of prospective teacher students in micro teaching class. And here the significant levels we use here ya, alpha 0.01. And then the statistic test, of course, we have 3 factors here, remember. The first factor is micro teaching model. The second factor is teacher students, parents, educational background. And the third factor is student activity units. So use three-way ANOVA. And then how about the decision criteria? Okay. If the significant value is more than 0.01, 0.05 ya. I repeat again. If the significant value is more than 0.05, then HO is rejected ya. So I repeat again the decision criteria ya. If the significant value is more than 0.05, then HO is accepted and HA is rejected ya. Okay. On the other hand, if the significant value is less than or equal to 0.05, so we can say it can be interpreted that HO is rejected and HA is accepted. Okay, we start for the analysis ya. First of all, don't forget to have the Excel data ya. We have the data here, the column, the first list, micro teaching model. So we can see here the code ya for the micro teaching model ya. For the micro teaching model, one for SMM or Stanford micro teaching model, code 2 for MLS or micro teaching lesson study, and code 3 for TMLM or Tadaluring micro teaching learning model. And then for educational parent background ya, here one for university ya or college, and code 2 for junior high school, and then code 3 for this one ya, code 1 for university, and then code 2 for senior high school, and code 3 for junior high school. And then student activity unit 1 for public speaking, code 2 for non-public speaking, and code 3 for none of them ya. No one join student activity unit. So we can have a look here. There will be 30 students joining micro teaching model code number 1. So it means they join Stanford micro teaching model ya. And here the educational background ya. The code 3 until here the last 3 ya. Okay, for 30 student here ya. And then the next participant number 28 here ya, joining micro teaching model. And here the score is 74. And here the educational parent number 3, so it means junior high school. And number 3 here do not join any student activity unit ya. And then for the next participant ya, participant 31 until 60 ya. So they join micro teaching model with the code 2. What is it? MLS, micro teaching lesson study ya. So here the score 70 until here 60 ya. For the 60 participant ya, the score is 80 here. And then for the next participant, for the next 30 participants ya, here participant number 61 joining the third micro teaching model TMLM or Tadaluring micro teaching learning model ya. So the scores here 88. And then until, because the total 30 students here, so the 19th participants here yeah, in Tadaluring micro teaching learning model, the score is 78. Okay. And then we go to SPSS. What is the first? The first is micro teaching model ya. We go to variable view, micro teaching models. And then what is the second? Yeah, micro teaching models. The second, parent educational background. And then the third, what is the third? Student activity unit. And the last is teaching practice score ya, teaching practice score or achievement ya. Okay, same ya. Okay, so we can have a look at here the data, no decimal. So we make it no decimal ya. So just change it into 0, all. And then the next, we go to micro teaching models. For the value, yeah, the value, what is the code number 1 for SMM. And then the code number 2 for MLS, yeah. And then the code number 3 for Tadaluring Micro Teaching Learning Model or TMLM. Okay. And then we go to the value for parent educational background, number 1 for college or university, yeah. And then number 2 for senior high school student. For senior high school graduate, yeah. Okay. And number 3 for junior high school. Okay. We have already done all. Oh yeah. And then this one, number 1 for, do you still remember? Okay. Public speaking club. Okay. How about the code for number 2? Non-public speaking club. And then for the code number 3, none, yeah. So do not join public speaking club or other student activity units, yeah. Okay. The next, for the measures here, nominal ya. Okay. So we go to data view. We just copy from your SPSS data ya. So that's why I suggest you to use Excel data so that it will make you easier to save the data and also to use it for SPSS analysis ya. Okay, just copy it and we go to SPSS. Start from number 1. Okay, in data view ya, here ya. Just paste it. Okay. Okay, and then we count already 90 students for 3 classes, yeah, already. And then the next, we need to find whether the data distribute normally or not, yeah. Because of that one, we need to do normality test, yeah. But for Triwi ANEVA, first of all, we have to go to general linear model first, univariate, yeah, for the dependent variable, teaching practice score, yeah. Yeah, teaching practice scores of the students is up and down, yeah, influenced by micro teaching models, parent educational background, or student activity units, yeah. We are going to find whether those 3 factors give the influence, yeah, on student teaching practice course. Okay. And then we go to save, standardize, and then continue. We click continue and then we click OK. Okay, we have the outputs here, but we do not pay attention on this output, just ignore it. We need to go to the data view, yeah. We have already got here standard residual, yeah, that we are going to use for normality test. Yeah, we go to analyze. We go to analyze and then descriptive statistics. Click explore. Standardized residual for teaching practice score. We click it and send it to dependent list. Yeah. We go to plot. Normality plots and we test here. Just click it, yeah. And then continue. Okay. Click OK. We are waiting for the result, yeah. Test of normality. Here we pay attention here. Shapiro-Wilk, yeah. The normality here, the significance 0.891. So the data distribute normally. Okay, let's go. We go to how to analyze using SPSS 21, yeah. Three-way ANOVA. We click analyze. We click general linear model and then we click univariate. We go to save first, yeah. We delete the check mark and then continue. We go to options, yeah. So here, already here, yeah. Dependent variable teaching practice, micro teaching model for fixed factors. We just continued the previous steps, yeah. But remember, standardized should be, the check mark for standardized should be deleted or unchecked, yeah. Uncheck mark. And then the next we go to options. We go to estimated marginal means, factors interaction, yeah, factors and factors interactions. We click all here, yeah, all, yeah, and then we send it to the dialog box on the right. Display means for. Okay, and then we click descriptive statistics, and then we click continue, and then we click OK. So we can have here univariate analysis of variance, yeah, between subject factors, micro teaching model, yeah. Here for the level 1 SMMM, the participant 30, level 2 MLS 30 students, yeah, 30 teacher students, and then the code 3 TMLM or level 3 here, yeah, 30 participants. Parent educational background, number 1 college, yeah. Teacher students who have parents educational background college, there are 34 students. Senior high school students 34 and junior high school student 22, yeah. And the teacher student who joining student activity units, yeah, public speaking club, yeah, the code 1, there are 36 students. Non-public speaking club, student activity unit, yeah, 27 students. And do not join any student activity units, yeah, 27 students. So we have also the descriptive statistic here, yeah, to find the mean, yeah. For the student joining Stanford Micro Teaching Model with the parent educational background college and the student activity unit public speaking club, yeah. So the mean 86.14, the standard deviation 3.436, and the participants, yeah, the student who joined this 7 students, yeah, 7 students, and so on, yeah, for this data, yeah, for the output. the descriptive statistics that give the information about the students joining micro teaching models and what their educational parent background and also their student activity unit and then their mean score, the standard deviation, and how many students in that category or in that factors. Okay, the next we go to test between subject UX. This is the most important one. Okay, we can have a look at this one. Micro teaching models. So we have here the significance 0.000. So we can back to this. If the significant value is more than 0.05, so HO is accepted and HA is rejected. So we start from hypothesis number 1 here. Hypothesis number 1. Okay, hypothesis number 1. HO is accepted, so it means there is no difference in the teaching practice ability if HO is accepted. But if HO is rejected or HA is accepted, so there are differences. From the result of the output, we can have a look at this one. From the result of the output here, test between subject. Micro teaching models 0.005. So HO is rejected or HA is accepted. So there are differences in the teaching practice abilities of prospective teacher student based on the micro teaching model applied in micro teaching class. And then hypothesis number 2. Okay, because the result is 0.000, so it means that significance is less than 0.05. So it means that HA is accepted. So there are differences in teaching practice abilities of prospective teacher student based on the educational background of prospective teacher students parents in micro teaching class. And then how about hypothesis number 3? Hypothesis number 3 here, student activity unit, so the result 0.820. So it means it is more than 0.05. So HO is accepted. So there is no difference in teaching practice ability of prospective teacher student based on the student activity unit which is attended by student teacher candidates in micro teaching class. Okay, next we go to micro teaching model. Is there any interaction between micro teaching models and parent educational background? So we have a look at here that the significance is 0.037. So it means that there is interaction between micro teaching models and parent educational background that influence the students, teachers, teaching practice achievement or teaching practice score. So I have already made the summary here based on the result of SPSS analysis here. Okay. So here among micro teaching models there are differences because here we can have a look that the significance 0.000 is less than 0.005 ya, here. Okay, so it means that there is difference ya, or there are differences among the implementation of micro teaching model. Okay, so how about among parent educational background ya? We can have a look at here the significance ya, parent educational background. So the significance here 0.000. We type here HO is rejected ya. So there are differences in the teaching practice abilities of prospective teacher students based on the educational background of prospective teacher students parents ya in micro teaching class. Okay. And we go to the next ya. Among student activity unit. Among student activity units ya. So we can have a look here the significance ya 0.820. So it is more than 0.05. So we can conclude that HO is accepted. So there is no difference in teacher students teaching practice ability yeah based on student activity units which is attended by teacher candidates in micro teaching class. Okay, let's go to the next yeah. We go to the next micro teaching models and parent educational background yeah. So we have a look at the asterisk here. So this one showing whether there is interaction yeah, whether there is interaction between micro teaching model and parent educational background in influencing teacher students teaching practice score ya. And we can have a look here, we can have a look at here ya, the significance 0.037 ya, because it is less than 0.05, so we can conclude that there is interaction ya, there is interaction between micro teaching models and parent educational backgrounds ya in influencing the teaching practice ability of prospective teacher students. We go to next. Micro teaching models. Is there any interaction between micro teaching models and student activity unit? We have a look at the SPSS output result here yeah. And the significance result shows 0.403 and it is more than 0.05. So it can be concluded that HO is accepted ya 0.403, it is more than 0.05. So there is no interaction ya. There is no interaction between micro teaching models and student activity units in influencing the teaching practice ability of prospective teachers. Okay, let's go to the next ya. Parent educational background ya. Is there any interaction between parent educational background and student activity? So we go to SPSS result ya. Parent educational background and student activity unit ya. So the result here it shows that the significance is 0.038 ya. It is more than 0.05 ya. So it means that sorry 0.038 it is less than 0.05. So HO is rejected or HA is accepted. So it means that there is an interaction between the educational background of parents and student activity units in influencing the teaching practice ability of prospective teacher students. Yeah. And the last, we are going to see whether there is interaction among micro teaching models, parent educational backgrounds, and student activity in influencing the the teaching practice ability of prospective teachers. Okay, we back to SPSS result, SPSS output result here ya. For the interaction or there is no interaction ya among micro teaching models, parent educational background and student activity units ya. So the significance here is shows that 0.525 ya. It is more than 0.05 ya. So HO is accepted and HA is rejected. So we can interpret that there is no interaction among ya. There is no interaction because there is one more than two factors ya. We use among ya. Among micro teaching models, parents' educational background and student activity units in influencing the teaching practice ability of prospective teachers. Okay. Okay, everybody. So that's all about our SPSS tutorial practice ya. And exercise ya about three-way ANOVA. Okay, remember that three-way ANOVA have three factors here ya. The three factors, what are they? Micro teaching models, parent educational background, and student activity units. Yeah. And then, if you have questions, please you can type your questions in the column sessions. And then, if this tutorial give you beneficial knowledge, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Okay, that's all for the day. See you. Bye-bye.